Richard Ramirez, the Night-Stalker. Richard Ramirez, or better known as the Night-Stalker, was born on February 29, 1960, to a poor family of 6 in El Paso. Ramirez's father was a former policeman and his mother was a boot factory worker. His father was prone to fits of rage, and Ramirez always accused his father of beating him and his 4 siblings. When Ramirez was younger, he is said to have sustained 2 major head injuries and suffered from lobe epilepsy because of this. While his abusive household didn't help much with his mental problems, the main catalyst for his downward spiral was the time he spent with his cousin, Miguel Ramirez. Miguel, a Vietnam veteran, would consistently show Richard disturbing images of raped and dismembered Vietnamese women. Miguel would go on to shoot his wife in front of Richard Ramirez, but escaped charges by reason of insanity. Not long after entering high school, Ramirez dropped out and moved to Los Angeles, where his crime spree began. At the beginning, he was only stealing cars and breaking into people's homes, but by April of 1984, Richard Ramirez had begun raping, severely beating, and usually killing the women in the houses. This killing spree took place between April of 1984 to August of 1985. His main signature was raping and killing the women, usually leaving them tied up and badly beaten. Richard Ramirez was arrested, then convicted on September 29, 1989, of 13 murders. During his trial, Ramirez was interested in people knowing that he was a faithful Satanist. He was given the death sentence, and upon hearing this news, he is quoted saying, "Big deal, death always went with the territory." While in prison, he married a woman who was a fan of his named Doreen Leoy. She believed he was innocent. Richard Ramirez died in jail on June 7, 2013, due to B-cell lymphoma. I believe Richard Ramirez was a stable and disorganized visionary killer. Ramirez had a stable and clear schedule: rob the car, rob the house, rape the women, torture and kill them. He was seen as a disorganized killer because he never personalized his victims and went after whoever he wanted. While he was for the most part careful, near the end he became sloppy, and this ultimately led to his apprehension. He is seen as a visionary killer because he believed Satan was his benefactor and mainly did the murders because of his loyalty to Satan. The Night-Stalker killed not only because of his very messed up childhood, but also because of his undiagnosed mental illnesses. Ramirez was a sociopath. He was prone to spontaneous and volatile emotional outbursts. He was a thrill killer.